with Laura Thweatt ahead of Sunday's Chicago Marathon. I was going to say London. London was the last one you did.
It was, yes.
So how did this build up? How do you feel compared to that one?
Yeah, I mean, my build-up was pretty similar. It was a good, solid run. I didn't do as much racing in this one as I had going into London, but yeah, I feel healthy. I feel strong, and I've trained to, we've trained to run fast and to kind of put ourselves in the mix and mix everything up. So that's what I'm hoping to do on Sunday, is just kind of get out there and race the race and see what happens.
Yeah, what I'm really curious about is if you look at the PRs of the elite women, there's a cluster of them around 220. There's sort of a gap to you, and there's a gap to everyone else. How do you approach going to that race with who you're going to run with, how fast you want to go out?
Yeah, I mean, the first half, like any marathon that I've done thus far, is just kind of about feeling out the pace and the field, kind of keying off some other people, seeing what they're going to do. But the main thing is just to be relaxed and controlled as long as possible and kind of get to that 20-mile mark feeling like you still got some in the tank to really execute those last 6 miles. So so we'll see. I mean, this is my first marathon with a mass start as far as men starting with the women. So that will kind of be a new component in the race that I'm hoping will help. Again, just give me more people to key off of and kind of lock into a rhythm early and at least get through the first half that way. And then that's kind of where the real racing starts and the grind really has to start to happen. So we'll see how it all pans out. But anything's possible, right? So that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, I mean, would you be comfortable running if it's just you and a couple men? Because last year I think they went out in 16:09 or something for the first 5K, and they took off immediately. Would you be all right running with a group of men and not having a woman?
Totally. Yeah, I mean, just to have company kind of around you to at least early, so you don't have to do as much of the thinking. I think will be really nice, whether it's some women in the elite field or whether it's more men. Again, just to kind of surround yourself with a little bit of a group, so you can lock in and again turn off the brain is kind of what I'm hoping. So either way would be nice. So.
How much of an issue has the osteitis pubis been for you in this build-up?
It's really not been existent. I've been very fortunate that since I've come back, I've had very few flare-ups. And then as far as the block itself goes, I've been really healthy. I have a great team of people around me making sure that we were managing things appropriately and that I could continue to kind of move forward through the marathon training without any hiccups. And so far, so good as far as the osteitis goes. So it's not really a factor as far as being something I'm thinking about.
Yeah, but I mean, is that something you're going to have to continue to deal with going forward? Are there going to be parts in the future years where it might?
I mean, it's definitely something that can come back. So that's why the strength work that I've been doing has been so important, just to make sure that everything is firing and activating the way it needs to, and that I'm able to handle the miles of a marathon buildup, and then obviously the race itself without breaking down and kind of reverting back to my old pattern. So it's definitely something that, once it's gone, it's not gone forever. It's really any injury. There is the threat of it returning if I'm not doing the correct things. But I know that I am doing the right things, and it's been proven in this block that I can get through a marathon block and not have it return. So that's a huge confidence booster that I just need to keep doing what I'm doing.
Do you have a time that you're trying to run on Sunday?
Not really. I mean, obviously every athlete goes in wanting to flirt with the PR, and we've trained to run similar to London. Again, that's kind of in the back of my mind, but I'm a competitor, so I just really want to race the race and race the other women in the race, and just put myself in the mix that way and just try and be up there place-wise.
So, Quinn Jorgensen last year got a lot of attention when she made her transition to the marathon and saying that she wanted to win Olympic gold.
Yeah.
I'm curious, you're someone who is obviously trying to make that Olympic team a couple of years from now, and you've been a runner for, dedicated runner for a while.
Yeah.
What do you think when you hear someone say that who is basically not really been training full-time? She's been a triathlete for 5 or 6 years or whatever. What do you think when she says, "Oh, I want to win Olympic gold"? Does that offend you at all? That's just, it's so difficult to get there, or what are your thoughts on when she says that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Gwen's extremely talented as far as her athletic ability goes. I mean, she's proven that in the triathlon. She's an Olympic gold medalist. She's been at that level. I think running is different. It has its different challenges, and some parts of triathlon probably carry over really nicely, and other parts, she's going to have to kind of, get into the groove of training with the Bowerman team, and but that's the thing. I mean, she's running with Amy and Shalane, and she's got Jerry, and so she's surrounded herself with people that know the distance. So yeah, I mean, I definitely have respect for her as a competitor. I know she's going to be a threat. But yeah, I mean, the marathon itself is a different beast, and I think everyone that's run one or trained for one knows that. And I think when now understands the full extent as far as what it's going to take to make that team. So yeah, I mean, we all have our goals, and we all have those things that drive us, and that's what's driving her. And like I said, it's going to make her a tough competitor. So
yeah, and obviously, like, American marathoning for the women is probably the strongest it's ever been, right?
yeah.
And maybe you look back, 8 or 12 years ago, someone with your credentials would be like, yeah, she's probably going to be an Olympian, or she's going to be like very much in the discussion. And, not that you're not in the discussion.
Yeah,
but, like, how do you bridge that gap to those women like Amy and Jordan and Shalane, what they've done? How do you bridge that gap?
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I just think there's a huge, tidal wave. That's like the only word I can think of self-belief rippling through American women's distance running, especially in the marathon. When you see what Shalane has done, you see what Desi has done, you've seen Jordan and Amy and the barriers that they continue to break through. There's no reason I can't do that. I believe in myself, and I know I have the drive, and we all work really hard, and so to see them doing that just inspires me, and gives me the confidence that I can also do that, and that I can also be in the conversation when the time comes. I've run 2:25, and that's giving me confidence going into Sunday. And yeah, it's going to be one of the deepest Olympic trial fields probably to date. And it's exciting though, because we're all challenging one another, we're all pushing one another to be the best that we can be. So that's kind of what keeps me focused and keeps me driving to just see how far I can get and see what I'm capable of. So.
All right. Well, appreciate the time, Laura.
Yeah. Thanks, Tom.